can join the channel. And we're going to sew a jelly roll rug live. Okay, I just need to do something with my computer. And because it's annoying me over here. And we've got to bring my channel up on YouTube to make sure that I can see you guys. It always takes a second to get into the live, so hang on just a second. Let's search me. Here we go. Home Stitchery Decor. That's me. And live. We're going to be live here in a second. Okay, it does take a second for the lives to start. I apologize for that. But if you're already here, we're going to use this fabric. It's from Connecting Threads. And the discount code for it will be in the comments and description when the video is done. All of its, gobbledygook that it has to do here. So first things first, I did sew the strips together already. And now I'm going to cut off the angles. But basically, I'm going to explain to you guys how to sew the strips together. So at the beginning of your strips, the first one you're going to lay down face up, and it's going to go left to right with your machine. Then you're going to grab your second piece of fabric, and it's going to go face down. So now you've got right sides together, and it's going to go this way with the machine, and you just sew them at the diagonal here. So not too complicated. We've got 40 strips done already. There's tons and tons of videos where I've done this, sewing the strips together on the channel. Tons. So let me know, you guys, too, if the mic is too loud or what's happening here today. Okay, so I'm going to get my scissors. Scissors. I have not been in my office for 4 days. Very exciting. I took 4 days and just did a whole bunch of stuff around my life here. Okay, so we're going to cut off the selvage end on the first one. So this is now going to be the last strip in this rug. And then I've got a basket down here, and we're just going to, hi, Christy Gilmore. How are you? We're going to cut the triangles off this, and then we're going to sew the tube, and then we're going to go round and round and round. And at the end of the video, you guys, you have to be here to win, but we are going to give away a fabric tube maker. You have to be a channel member, and you have to be here at the end of the video, and then we're going to pick one of you viewers here today that are members to win the fabric tube maker. I like the thread. It's the same color as the sewing machine. Oh, kind of funny. It is a little bit different, but yeah, I think it's because of my light overhead. So kind of funny. And I'm not even going to use this machine here in a minute. I'm just coming back from literally taking 4 days to get some stuff done around here. So not even my studio. I work from home. So this is the Singer Heavy Duty. Oh, I guess I will use this one first, actually, because I like to sew my tubes on this one. It does go pretty quick. And then we're going to switch over to my Pfaff. And it's got a nice wide zigzag. Hello, Ruby. Hello. Welcome to the channel here, you guys. If you're new, let me know if the mic's too loud. Change the volume on your phone, and you change your volume on your YouTube channel. So I don't want to blast anybody's ears out. We're going to make a 40 strip jelly roll rug with this blueberry parfait fabric from Connecting Threads. At the end of the video, I will have a link. I'll put a link in the video description, so you'll actually have to come back and get it later because I didn't have time to put it in there this morning. And there will be a discount code, which is my personal discount code that you guys can use for fabric at Connecting Threads. So I have made this rug before, and we're going to take a vote. When we get a few more viewers on here, we're going to take a vote, and you guys are going to vote and tell me if you want me to make a round one or an oval one, because I need at least one more round in this color, And I think I need 3 more ovals in this color. And last time I checked, this fabric was on sale, 40% off, and then with my discount code, you get another 15% off as well, which is pretty good. So say hi if you're new here. Hello, hello. She's taken the vote already. We've got one vote around. Okay, why don't we vote right now? I can somebody tell me how many viewers are watching right now? And then we try to determine how many people we need to vote based on how many viewers we have on the channel right now. So, and how many of you are new, et cetera, et cetera. So I'll tell you guys my little story here. First of all, I'm Jolene. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I own Home Stitchery Decor, and I teach absolutely everything I do here on my channel. I go to these massive Christmas markets and sell all my wares, and I sell online. And I teach everything I do. I have a book on how to do YouTube, and I guest speak at the local college based on my book now, which is pretty exciting. And I guest speak at quilt guilds, which is pretty exciting. But ultimately, I want to be a really big YouTuber. So now what we're doing is we have a channel membership, which costs a couple of bucks a month. Which, if Stephanie was here, she would tell you that's a price of a cup of coffee. I'm sure Stephanie will be here at some time because she's usually here. And the we're slowly building the channel membership. So last week we gave away $1,050 for the founding members, and Laura Miller won it. And Laura, I haven't heard from you yet, so make sure that you get in touch with me so I can mail off your prize. But that was just the founding members prize, and now that draw has been going on for like months. Oh, okay, I'll start over. Okay, hi, I'm Jolene. I'm from Home Stitchery Decor. Christy missed what we were saying here. I'm from Home Stitchery Decor. I have this huge crafting business. I go to these massive Christmas markets and I teach everything I do here on my YouTube channel. I have a book that I wrote called From Zero to YouTuber, which is available on Amazon. I teach you how to do YouTube. I show all my crafts on this channel. And then on Mondays at 2 p.m., whenever I am available, we go live. And last week we gave away $1,050 in prizes in this like founding members prize pack. So Laura Miller won that. And that prize draw has been building and building and building for months. And now what we're going to do is we're going to have on Mondays at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So it's 2 p.m. when I started this video here a few minutes ago. We're going to have draws for channel members live on Mondays. So you have to be a channel member to win. You have to be watching the video to win. And today's video, we're going to give away a fabric tube maker. So it's a pretty simple process. If you win, you have to email me your mailing address, and then I send you off your gift. And we want to build this channel. You didn't miss much then if you know all this. We're going to build this channel as big as Mr. Beast, but for crafters and, just for crafters to have some more fun. I think sometimes we're all so competitive, and I don't like that. So I show everything I do because I cannot make this stuff for everybody. I can't. It's impossible. So I'd rather have a great big YouTube channel and show everything with my friends. So I'm the boss around here, and I decided that's what we're going to do. So that's what we're going to do. Linda. Hello, Linda. Linda, you're not Linda Miller. You're Linda Foose, right? So you're called, no, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be you. So Linda Miller won the huge prize pack last week, in case you guys missed it. It was ginormous. $1,050. Absolutely amazing. And yeah, that's been building for months. This members, like the founding, we're calling them the founding members, the first people to join the channel that got in on that. There was, I believe, 31 people in the draw. and Linda Miller won it. And I'm still waiting for her to contact me. So we're just going to be like, I don't know if I got to put out a video that says paging Linda Miller or something like that so she can get her stuff. But nobody else is getting it. So just, we'll just wait until we get in touch. I keep checking my spam box to make sure she hasn't messaged me and it's gone to spam or something. But, sometimes people come and go and they watch the channel and then they go. Oh, thank you, Christy. That's lovely. Christy Gilmore says, I cannot teach, you can teach, and you do a fabulous job. Why, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So we are going to use this fabric from Connecting Threads. We're going to use the Clover Fabric Tube Maker. We're going to use this. This is Coats. Trilobal. Somebody will say that right. Polyester. So this is 40 weight polyester thread. I like a nice polyester thread because it's really hard to break. And then we're going to use the Gelon batting, Gelon, Pellon jelly roll batting strip. 50 yards in total is what's going to do this rug. So I have a new package here, but I have a package that's already opened up and under my desk, which is going to run out pretty quick. So I'll just start the new one. And I don't like to pull it if it's like glued down because it'll stretch. So yeah, I have a little bit of waste on the end of these rolls. I find this batting to be the best. I like a nice thick batting because it makes a difference in your rugs. They are easier to sew if you use a nice thick batting and good quality quilting fabric. And no, I am not the quilting police or the quilting fabric snob. But when you buy $2 a yard fabric compared to $8 a yard fabric, the chances of you having problems with your rug laying flat just decrease with the quality of your fabric and batting. So I've made thousands of these and I'm going to preach that for forever. Quality matters. And I've tried everything, trust me, because I built this business on the cheap. I didn't even own a meter of fabric when I started this business. So I've gone from, buying half meter of every color I can to now where I can buy entire collections and multiple boats at the same time. But I started from absolute scrap. So, leftovers from projects. I had, friends give me buckets from their mom. And I've quickly learned I don't want to do that anymore because sometimes they smell like cigarettes and cat pee. So get new fabric. So yeah, I started from absolute nothing. Okay, so now we're going to put the tube maker and the fabric together. So lay your batting down onto your fabric and just make sure it's nice and flat and straight on the roll. And I don't even know where mine is because I haven't been here for 4 days, which is an excessive amount of time for me not to be in my sewing studio. But sometimes you have to focus on other things. And I find if I can focus on one project at a time, they go quicker. Okay, so I've got a little bit of overhang here. I'm just going to fold that over, fold the fabric just into the middle from either side. And get my tube maker ready. Click apart the parts. You've got the biggest end now. That one goes down first. And you just slide your fabric through. Make sure it's make sure it's centered. And now you've got your second part of the first folder. Push that through the middle until it clicks. And now when you pull, your fabric is going to be folded. So we're going to do the same thing. Take the tube maker apart. So we've got two parts. And now we're just going to fold it in half again And we're going to run this up through the tube maker. So it looks like this. Then you're going to grab your other insert here and you're going to put it in the middle of the fabric and just push up, click it. Sometimes the small one likes to pop out a little bit. Okay, click it again if you have to. And now when you pull it through, you can see we've got folded tube. So now we need to start this. We need to start. So we're going to fold our fabric over. We're going to kind of make a little present here. Just turn the corners into the diagonal, on the diagonal, just like the width of how much fabric you folded over, just so you've got a little triangle there. I think you might be able to see that. And then fold your fabric into where it meets the middle. And then one more time, fold it over. And now you've got this edge to start with. So I always reverse first. I'm going to change this to a straight stitch. I'm using my Singer Heavy Duty, and the tension is on 4. The needle position is in the middle. The length is on 3. And we're just going to get started here. So we've got 40 strips to go. I'm going to try to do this pretty quick. Busy day. Busy. Okay, so it's 2:17. How fast can we sew 40 strips on this heavy duty? But first, I want to show you guys my second bouquet from my garden. So I'm scrapping these together for sure, for a combination of planters that I've bought that were, kind of half in bloom, but not really. And then tulips, hyacinth. I've got part of my apple tree in there. And I've got percilus, which is the blue, black petunias. Okay, so Christy is saying she has a hanger, a pants hanger, the one that has the cardboard taken out of the hanger, and I put my batting in there and close the hanger and then hang it on a bar under my sewing machine. That's genius. I have a paper towel holder, and there's a crossbar underneath here, and so I just mounted the paper towel holder underneath my sewing machine. So that's working out pretty good for me too. It helps if your rolls are not flopping around everywhere. All right. How many people have we got watching? Where's everybody from? Thank you. I'm trying to bring a little bit of flowers into my workspace. So last year I started a flower garden just literally out of necessity for having some mental health. I bought all these planters and they all match, they're all black. Put all my flowers in there, and I'm kind of on this kick of having a cut flower garden where I can constantly have a bouquet in my house. And it's been colder here this year than it typically is in May. So to be able to scrap something together is pretty, pretty cool for where I live in Calgary. So I'm up in Canada now. Don't get me wrong; we don't live in igloos or anything like that. But sometimes our gardens are a little bit slow. And this year in particular, it was a little bit cooler. So 2:17, we started sewing the strips for the jelly roll rock. I like this machine because it goes so fast. Livingston, Texas. I bet it's warm down there. So just slow and steady as she goes here for this tube maker. I like to have the needle in the down position for when I pull the tubes. So when I pull the folding thing, that way the fabric isn't pulling out from underneath. Livingston, Texas. What do y'all do down in Livingston? This part here to me is boring. I can watch Netflix, read or listen to my book. Today I've just got my washer and dryer going almost 90. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's slow it has been cooler, and then we had a couple of dumps of snow. So our ground always freezes over the winter. Like we will get to well, I think this year we didn't even get to minus 30 Celsius, which was kind of crazy for us. But the ground will freeze. And then when you have snow on top of that, it kind of insulates that cold into the ground. So we were a little bit slower getting started this year. But I think we'll be okay now. Like we can't grow palm trees or anything here. Um, it's just not warm enough for us. Mm. Christy says she has no idea what people are doing in Livingston. She's become a hermit. I think this blue is going to be one of my biggest sellers at the Christmas market. Just because it's like neutral, it's not too bright, it's not too masculine, it's not too feminine. So when I originally ordered these jelly rolls, hi Teresa, from Nova Scotia. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining. Um, when you see a little icon to the right of somebody's name, like you'll see their person, their person icon, and then to the right, that's channel members. So those are special people. Thank you for being here. So Teresa, you are eligible to win the Clover fabric tube maker if you stay to the end of the video and you're a paid channel member. You can win that. So anybody watching, if you want to win the tube maker, you can join the channel. It's a couple of bucks a month, and on Mondays we give stuff away. Evelyn is from Orlando. Hello, Evelyn. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I didn't have my needle in the down position. I could tell because my fabric pulled. Hello, Chelsea. We are sewing a jelly roll rug. You guys are going to vote whether or not you want a round one or a rectangle. So once everybody's done telling us where they're from and whatnot, we can actually vote on that. It's going to be a 40 strip. And like I said, I think this one's going to be a big seller for me. So when I first ordered, I believe 12 or 14 of them, and then they were on sale again, and they're so nice. So last week I ordered another 14. So that will be exciting because then when I make all my rugs at the markets, they sell so fast, and you've done all the work of like loading them all up on your computer and taking pictures and building the listings and everything. And so if I can repeat the colors, that means I don't have to repeat making the rug again. So I highly recommend if you can have repeatable products. Hi, Lewis. Hello. Ray Ray is still a member. Yes. Your icon is on the right hand side of your picture there. So you're a member. Lewis is a member. Teresa is a member. Oh, Teresa Taylor. Yeah. So you'll always have like your like how you joined YouTube, and then that little icon on the right hand side is our channel member icon. So you are a member. So Lewis, we're giving away a tube maker today. You have to be here till the end of the video, and then we'll draw from one of the members that is on. And if you're not a channel member, anywhere on your screen, you can join from, or you can go back to the YouTube channel itself and join from there, or the join link is in the video description. So we are going to get as big as Mr. Beast on here. And as we do that, the prizes are just going to get bigger. I'm so freaking excited for that. I'm so excited to be able to share that. It's 90 and sunny here. Perfect, Lewis. I don't know. We're in Celsius. So it's 20 degrees Celsius today. Can anybody do the math on that and tell us how warm 20 degrees Celsius is? We started sewing these strips at 2:17 p.m. So I just want to sew as fast as I normally do for this video. So you guys have a good idea of how long it will take to do one for yourself. Once you get good at them, of course. It's 98 here in Gilbert, Arizona. My God. Too much. I hope you have air conditioning, Chelsea. All right, got to change the bobbin. 68 Fahrenheit. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, not that warm, but we are enjoying it. Because, like I said, it was kind of cool here for a while. Kind of cool. Okay, so for all the members who are like, what? She better tell us what she's been up to. Last week, I barely worked. That's what I've been up to. We've been doing this. We've had a lot of stuff to do around here with the mother-in-law's things. And so I shouldn't say it didn't work at all last week. I really really worked on Monday and Thursday, like really hard. Tuesday, Wednesday I worked outside the house, which was fine. And yeah, Monday and Thursday I busted my butt here. I put out a new video last week called the round jelly roll rug tutorial. Hello, I don't know your name. It looks like Chinese. But hello, welcome to the channel. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and even this morning, I have been in my garage doing the final push to get rid of all the mother-in-law's stuff. selling a bunch of our own things that were left over from a garage sale last year that really needed to be like a marketplace kind of sell. So I've been doing that. And then we ripped apart our lawn and basically, how would you call that? We got like a lawn splicing machine. So we went over the lawn this way, that way, whatever, that it cuts these deep grooves into the lawn. And dethatched the lawn and then overseeded the lawn and then put a whole kinds of grass seed on it. And we got the my mother-in-law some new furniture, and then my husband had to go over and assemble it. Okay, Evelyn, can you repeat your question? What do we do with it all? What? With it all? What? All of the sewing, I sew and go to Christmas markets with it, and I sell online. So if there's something that you like while we're doing these videos, you can always check out my webpage. My webpage is homestitcherydecor.com. Oh, the mother-in-law stuff. The mother-in-law stuff, we sold all kinds of stuff on Facebook Marketplace. We donated. Our My husband's brother took a bunch of like he has a small pickup truck, so they took a bunch of boxes up to their place, and they're going to have a garage sale. And mostly, I've been selling off the bigger stuff, like just one item at a time, right? Because some of the items weren't really garage sale things. They were, things that were, you could get more money for. And if you put them in a garage sale, you're only going to get $10 and, it could be worth 50. So ever since her stuff came here, I've been putting ads on Marketplace over and over and over again and just dealing with all the Marketplace people. Isn't that fun? Dealing with Facebook Marketplace people, so annoying. And then, of course, she did move into a studio apartment, so she needed a few things for herself, and it did have a kitchen in it. So uh, we sorted out her kitchen stuff, and she kept the best of some things. But honestly, yeah, it was really hard. It's still hard. Thank you for that because, man, holy cow, I don't want to do that ever again. Um, she's She's in a retirement place where she has her own studio apartment, but she can get more care up to like dementia care. So she could be in the dementia ward if she ever got it. So they have on-site nurses and stuff, and she'll be able to stay there and for a very long time, I hope. So I'm probably a good 7 weeks behind on my business stuff, just because of having to deal with all of that. All right, if you're new on the channel here, we're making a jelly roll rug today. And at the end, one of our channel members is going to win the Clover Fabric Tube Maker. So you have to be here to win and you have to be a member to win. And the tube maker is what's helping me make this tube super fast. It comes in a box that looks like this. Pretty exciting. So let's take a vote, you guys. Do you want a round one or a oval rug? So in the comments, leave a comment of whether or not you would prefer a round rug or an oval rug. Thank you, Evelyn. I try to be a good human being, and that's all I can do. So, and I've just twisted my fabric. So, twisting fabric with the tube maker happens to the best of us, and I just did it by not paying attention. Bestseller. Oval, oval. We've got 3 for oval. Oh, don't worry. I can fix it. This happens a lot. Like, you just take your eye off the prize there for a second, and then next thing you know, you've got your rug twisted. So, what I do typically is I just don't use a tube maker for a minute here and just get everything kind of lined up and sorted out, and then I'll go back to using the tube maker. So I've taken um the folding pieces off of it, and we'll be able to fix it. It's all right. I've done it manually for, well, until they had a tube maker. So just get it all lined up again. We've got oval, 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 4 oval, 1 round. So I'm thinking we're doing oval. Because the crowd wins on this channel. There we go. We got it lined up again. Just click them back in. Oval, oval, oval. 4 for oval still, 1 for round still. Click. All right. Got the first part of it lined up. Now we'll get the second part back lined up. Here we go. I don't know which one's going to be the best seller because I haven't had round rugs. I don't know. I have done the round one on a previous live. Plus, I did a round one, like the round step-by-step tutorial. I just put that video out, well, gosh, like last week. So that should, that's a new video. And there's another one for oval. So I guess we're doing oval here today, folks. Oval. Oval it is. Oh, if you want to see the beginning making of the round one, there's a live that I did making this exact color. Plus, the last video I put out is on the channel here, how to make a round jelly roll rug. I did it with this fabric as well. So like I said, that video just came out last week. So you should just be able to go click on that. And both of them is going to show you. So it's not like it's not there. It's just in a different video. Make sense? Should be good. Oh, Evelyn's got some fun fact here. Evelyn says Memorial Day used to be called Decoration Day, graveyard decoration. Interesting. So you guys are having a holiday today, and our holiday was last Monday. But I ended up working last Monday because we wanted to do that big giveaway. So again, paging Laura Miller. We've got to get you your stuff. In honor of the fallen soldiers. Oh, that's interesting. Is that from like the Civil War? Just curious. Yeah, no problem, Christy. Go look up those videos. Those will help for sure. I've done so many videos on this channel. Every single thing I make, you can learn on this channel. So by all means, have at her. This is going really well. I think we're almost halfway. This is the speed I will sew at when I'm not doing live videos too, right? I want to go as fast as possible without making mistakes. And I'll have my Cricut going and my embroidery machine coming as well. When people say when people say happy Memorial Day, why are we happy about the fallen? Hmm. We don't say happy like we don't say happy Victoria Day. Like for in Canada last week it was Victoria Day. And we don't say happy Victoria Day. We just say it it's Victoria Day. Interesting. I don't know why. Okay, and Evelyn is saying, "Oh, first, Lewis, I like this machine, Lewis. I really do. It's been this is the one that like were you here? I think it was like November or something when I replaced that other machine because it just like completely fell apart, even live on television. Um, so this is a replacement for that. It's going pretty good. It's a Singer Heavy Duty. This one I just got off Amazon. And Evelyn was saying Memorial Day is for all of the wars, and nobody understands why they say happy. They're remembered by family fondly by me. Yep, I guess so. I think it's important that we, just take a minute every once in a while and think what our lives would have been like if, um, World War II was lost. Just unbelievable. So maybe we should all be grateful for everybody that was in these conflicts. Most people are just happy for a day off work. Yeah, I think that's what it's come to, right? Nobody really cares about anything anymore. They're just like, oh, long weekend. For us, the Victoria Day long weekend is like the first official weekend of camping, and lots of people go camping that weekend. That's the other thing we did this weekend. Like, oh my gosh, we did so much. Got our trailer ready to go camping. So I still have to put food and clothing in it, but it's clean and, you know, laundry's done. And there's always stuff to do, right? I'm very grateful too. I sure am. Yep. I should pay my respects, but the cemetery is over 50 miles away. You don't have to go to the cemetery to pay your respects. Just saying. You could just have a minute. And then one day when you're driving by, then you can go and look around. My neighbors have just put out little flags in front of their homes. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, so we're gonna start the new batting. And what I do is I'm going to zigzag them together. So I butt the ends up together and then I zigzag it because I don't want a big bump where it's folded. So if you overlap the fabric, if you overlap that batting, no matter what you do, you're going to have a big bump. And I don't want my customers to stand on a big bump and go, why is there one big bump in this rug? That's weird. So I start the new roll by zigzagging it together, butted up against the other one. And I don't give a hoot what other people do. So I get a lot of mean comments on these videos and things. And I'm like, oh my goodness, people, get a life. Like, if you want to do it one way and I do it a different way, like, just do you. I've done thousands of them. This is the way I like to do it. I don't put tags on mine on the end. I think it looks silly, and the tags always wear out long before this fabric will. And then people are going to have this like crappy tag on the end of their rugs that basically is an advertisement for yourself. And I feel like I am, oh, I butt the fabric, the batting up, and just do a zigzag stitch. I don't feel like I'm important enough to have like my logo on everything. I'm not Louis Vuitton. So I do not buy those cotton labels because if you wash this, like I'm going to wash this rug, 100 times, and that cotton label is going to wear out long before this will. Oh no, I missed the notification. You're okay. We're still here. We're making a jelly roll rug today, and we're giving away the fabric tube maker. So to members only, you got to be here to win. So at the end of the video, if you're still here, you can we'll assign you a number, and then we'll draw, and whoever wins will send them off the fabric tube maker because it's Monday and we can. Yeah, yeah. Whenever possible, I will be here Mondays at 2 p.m. my time. I like my way. I have tried other ways, and it just works because you don't have this huge chunk. Because if you overlap it, then you've got to fold that, in half and then in half again. And now instead of having, 3 layers of batting, now you got six, right? By the time you do all the folds, and it just makes a great big bump in the rug. We are well over half of the strips here, you guys. So just going like full throttle. No. It also helps that I've made thousands of these. So if you can make, um, okay, if you can make thousands of the same product, you're going to be more successful than flipping products around. And I don't know if that's ever happened to you guys, but on the little um, tube maker, sometimes the middle of it comes out, which is kind of annoying. Like if you're going too fast, and now it's dropped under my desk somewhere. So I'll find it later. I'll get another one. Do I have another one? Where did it go? I might need that one. I can't find it. It dropped into Never Never Land. Okay, I have another one here. The middle part of the little one came apart. All right, there we go. We'll find it later. It's here somewhere. It's too small to go up the vacuum cleaner, so I'm not really worried about it. How many hours do I put into making my stuff daily? Chelsea, that is a very good question. And the answer is it depends, honestly. I don't have a daily routine because I do different work. My thread just totally jammed here, guys. I do different work. So I will come into my office and I will spend 15 hours here. And then the next day, I will spend 0 hours here. And then the next day, I will spend 2 hours here. So I know how much I have to make for my Christmas markets. And I basically, if I'm not doing something else, I'm in my sewing studio. So I'm very dedicated um, to like just knowing how much has to be on the shelves. That just takes practice. Um, so is the winner in the chat yet? No, she's not here yet. The Linda Miller is going to be the winner of that big gift. And then at the end of this one, it'll be whoever is on this video. We'll draw for members, draw from members for the tube maker in this video, and I'll send you off a tube maker. So yeah, the amount of time just depends. Like I try very hard to say like make how much would I make a week? There's some weeks that this is all I do, right? Like all I do, I come in here as like even this week, it's supposed to rain, which is why we wanted to put the grass seed down because for the next 8 days it's supposed to like rain and storm every freaking day. So instead of me trying to go out and do a little bit of yard work and a little bit of yard work and a little bit of yard work, I went and did it all this weekend. And even this morning, I finished up because we were short a couple of bags of the like the lawn. It's kind of like dirt, but it's dirt, cow manure, and charcoal. They're putting on the lawn to rejuvenate the lawn. So we were short a couple bags. I had to go to the store and get that this morning. So I did like 7 hours of lawn care this morning, and now I'm in my studio, and I might be here basically all day, every day, other than like Tuesdays, Wednesdays. I do my cleaning jobs, so I'll leave for a few hours. I'll stop for supper. Tomorrow night we've got a cousin in town, so I'll stop for that, and I'll just sit here and sew and sew and sew. Oh, my uncle seeded before a rain, and it poured, and it was all washed down the hill. 3 hours wasted. So that sucks when that happens. And we're not really on a hill. We have a tiny bit of slope on our yard. But I just aerated the lawn with these like spiky shoe things that I have. And then we used a piece of machinery to cut slits in the dirt. And we also like thatched the lawn as well, and we've mowed it. So basically, we've got a bunch of holes in our dirt right now, a bunch of holes in our grass. So the grass seed and all of that new stuff should just soak right into all those holes. And we spent a small fortune on grass seed because I'm like, I want this done properly. And it's like, okay, if it says take this much, let's 4 times however much they tell me to put on there because we have a lot of birds in the neighborhood. and then I raked everything in. So, like, after we put the new dirt down, I raked it all in. So all of that grass seed is like raked into that dirt, not sitting on the top for the birds to eat. Yeah, I have a little bit of a sunburn, just a tiny bit. I don't know if you can see that, but it's okay. I'm enjoying it. So now you guys have seen, your thread can pull out when you're sewing this fast. Your tube maker thing can come apart when you're sewing this fast. You can unline up your fabric when you're sewing this fast. All these kind of things can happen, but I try to just concentrate. And even this morning, I didn't even know like what video I was going to do today. And at about 12 o'clock, when I was done working outside, I had a couple of little things to do, um, just outside still, but not like where I was dirty. So I kind of wandered around a little bit and thought about what the heck is, um, I could do for a video. I was like, whatever, I have to sew more rugs. So let's get the rugs going. And for some reason, I'm getting quite a few orders on my website as well. So I'll have to keep sewing more. When your ADHD is taking off on you, just pick one thing to work on. One thing. And you're door dashing. So Chelsea is door dashing as well. So she's a bit tired. Girl, you're going to get it because you've got the ambition. Focus on one task at a time and batch things so it will go quicker for you. You will get ahead quicker. Are you doing markets yet, Chelsea? I don't know if I asked you that yet. How many viewers do we have on? We're making a round and jelly roll rug today. We're using a Singer heavy duty machine. We're using the Clover fabric tube maker, and we're using Blueberry Parfait fabric from Connecting Threads. What's happened here? There we go. Machine didn't like something. Said I cannot go round and round yet. One more semester of school. So, Chelsea, pick one thing to make and make it and make it and make it. Okay, I was going to tell you a story. There was a study done with the university, I believe it was university students. Anyway, they split two groups and they made each group make a mug, pottery. And they said to one group, you will be you're to make, I think it was like you're to make one mug until it's perfect, right? Or you're to make one perfect mug. And then the other group, they told them you can make as many mugs as you want but you're going to be judged on, the outcome of these mugs. So here's the problem: when you just make one of something, you spend so much time trying to get that one thing perfect, right? And if you go and you make 100 of that thing, you will get more perfect at that project if you just made it over and over and over and over and over and over again. You get what I'm saying? So pick one project to do, make as many of them as you can, because you're going to get better and better and better at it if you just focus on one thing. So the group that was told they could only make one mug and it had to be perfect, their mug looked like crap because they didn't have the experience of doing it over and over and over again. So this is why I'm able to sew rugs so quickly, because I've done it over and over and over and over again. I want to try and make scissor fobs to help, I'm guessing, find your scissors. It costs over $100 to start, but can make hundreds. Genius. Um, yeah, I mean, that's a great idea. And then just market the crap out of it. Make one thing, make a TikTok for it, make another TikTok for it, make a TikTok for every color of it, make an Instagram for it, make a YouTube video for it. And you can market that to cross stitchers, you can market it to sewing people, you can market it to crocheters, um, teachers. I mean, how many times you go to a classroom and the teacher is missing their scissors? Time to change the bobbin. Here we go, here we go, here we go now. Bobbin changing. All right, we're almost done sewing the tubes. And I think there's probably like 10 more strips to go of that. So I guess 3/4 of the way done sewing the tubes. And then we're going to sew an oval rug. And then at the end, we're going to give away the Clover Fabric Tube Maker to one of the channel members. So if you're a channel member and you're watching today, you can win the tube maker. You have to send me your address by email if you're the winner. This machine just muscles through these tubes like nobody's business. Zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom. I like to taper the ends So you got a nice finish of the rug. Heading to Michael's to see if I can find the stuff cheaper. What do you need? What do you need for that project? Oh my goodness, we are going great guns here today. So fast. So just a reminder, if you're just joining us, we're using Pelon jelly roll batting with scrim. We're using blueberry parfait jelly roll from Connecting Threads. And we're using the Clover fabric tube maker, jewelry, pliers, and beads. I started a rug over a year ago and stopped. Uh, I'm going to tell you things about rugs. If they're skipping stitches, slower. So slower. It happens sometimes like it's the needle, sometimes it's the tension, sometimes it's the thread. And if you've done all that and you are still skipping stitches, so slow down because it could be that the needle is getting like tacked into the weave of the fabric. Some fabric has like a wax on it, and it won't sew properly. Um, but definitely clean out your bobbin case, oil your machine, change your needle, change your thread. I have a thread here in this studio that will not zigzag, like no matter what. I even have wrote on the bottom of it, no zigzag. It just will not do it. So sometimes those unfortunate things happen, and there's a solution for every problem. And I've made thousands of rugs, and I'm telling you, clean your bobbin case out, rewind your bobbins. Sometimes your bobbin's not wound properly. Um, Slow down with your machine. Change your needle to that Janome purple tip needle. So slower. We're not making it up. It will work because I always think too, like when I have a problem, how many people on the internet are doing the thing that I'm trying to do? And then I think to myself, am I the problem? It could be that I am actually the problem. Like, what is happening here? Almost. Shirts full of fuzz. Shoulders are starting to hurt. Probably because I did so dang much yard work. Here's what it is. Got the zoomies today. Last piece. Can you believe that? I'll have to check the time here when I'm done, but it goes pretty quick. When I get back into sewing, I will try what you said. That's Melnia Montoya. I'm sure I'm butchering your name and I apologize. Not good. Some fabric I can't sew as fast on this machine either, even into the tubes. It will just pull that thread out there and you'll end up fixing like skipped thread places. It's a pain in the bum. All right, so we're going to cut off the batting. So this is how much we have left. We did have we probably started with like this much, right? On that last roll I had. And then this is how much is left on the second roll there. So we'll put that away. So it doesn't quite use 50 yards for this project, but it's pretty close. And then on the batting, I'm just going to make a triangle. Get up and move around. I can't. I got things to do after this video today. I can't. I cannot get up and move around today. So I have somebody coming to pick up some linen curtains actually that I am selling because I bought these really nice linen curtains for my bedroom. And then we put up permanent lights on our house. And then I realized my linen curtains were not blackout curtains. And then at night I couldn't sleep because our lights on our house were too sparkly. And I am in the stage of life where I need every minute of sleep that I can get. So I repurchased some linen curtains, but this time I got blackout ones. And they're actually way nicer than the first ones, but yeah, so I don't like to change my decor without like being able to just I don't know, repurpose it or sell it off or whatever, right? So I have my other curtains listed on Marketplace and somebody's going to come and pick them up this afternoon. But yeah, my shoulders are sore. Is what it is. I only have like one video I have to do today and then everything else is caught up for the week, so I'll be able to do my other work. Evelyn said yard work is getting me. I'm needing curtains too. Yeah. Hi, Ruby Lynn. Welcome to the channel. We are sewing a jelly roll rug today. And I'm going to move my flowers out of the way. Bye, flowers. I need these in here for my own enjoyment, but you guys get to share them too. Okay, so now I'm just going to put this in my basket, which is over here. And this is the last one that I sewed. So I'm just going to quickly pull all this in. If I see a couple of threads along the way, I will trim them off just to make the next step easier for myself. Then I'm going to change my sewing machine to my FAF Quilt Ambition 635. Just like that. Get rid of threads. That'll be easier as I'm going forward. Pretty quick. Making sheer first. Okay. big chunk of thread here stuck at the beginning. How did I do that? It will be okay. It will be okay. It will be okay. All right. So now we're going to just change machines here super quick. This one on the floor today. I like this one for the zigzag because it has a wide zigzag on it. And that makes a difference on these rugs. So, change my presser foot. So, this machine was just cleaned out, oiled, all that kind of fun stuff here a couple of days ago, actually. Well, 4 days ago. So I was working on it. Uh, did you straight stitch before? Yeah, that was a straight stitch. Exactly. Yeah. And now we're going to zigzag. So the tube is done with a straight stitch. Some people I've seen them do it with that serpentine stitch, and they like to do that, um, which is fine. But I like a straight stitch, and I sew right along the edge. So I don't have, when I do the zigzag, I catch the fold of the fabric. So like that tube has a fold in it, right? And if you sew down the middle, you've got this like bigger space where there's a little flap. And then when you get to that zigzag part, if you've sewn down the middle of that tube, you can miss part of that flap with the zigzag. So I prefer to sew to the edge of there, and I can show you what I'm talking about. I like to sew to the edge. And that way, when I do the zigzag, it catches properly. Okay, so I have a preset zigzag on here. It's at 7 and 6. This machine has 198 stitches on it. I really like this machine. I will put the link for the machine in the video description. After the video is done processing, you can come back and get those links. And if you're buying the fabric or the machine, please use my links because that's how I get paid as well. And the more money I make, the more we can do fun things on this channel, like in English, right? So the more members there are, the more giveaways we can do. I just want to build like this great big network of like everybody comes here on a Monday, and now Monday doesn't suck anymore. Looking at you on a big TV. Oh, sorry for that, but I pulled the fabric up super close. Okay, so now we're going to fold the first color into thirds until it, we'll get it so that the next color is also in a third. So, we had a little too much. So now we're going to decrease, and then we're just going to try it again. Fold it into thirds. And now see where the color ends? Now the 3 in the middle are going to be the same color. So just find where you can have 3 the same color. I always start going backwards and then I come forward, and that way I don't get a big glob of thread. All right. So that was 217. We started the tubes, and it's now 320. So that's amazing, you guys, for doing it on a video too. Like an hour to sew the tubes for a jelly roll rug. I don't know if you can do it much quicker than that. And now we're just going to zigzag all the way around this rug. When we come up to the first corner, we're going to push the fabric in on the inside of the tube. So the folds are both going to go to the left of your machine. And then when we come up to the corners, we're going to push the inside, which is now this side, and just make little folds until the outside of the fabric lays down flat. And if you need to see a close up video of that, you can see it on the round rug or the original tutorial that I have on this channel that has over 60,000 views now. It's called the Ultimate Jelly Roll Tutorial. And there's also a live where I do a burgundy rug, and we have the close up for that as well on there. So you guys can go watch multiple videos where I've shown the close up of sewing these round and round. So now it was 3:20 when we started this part of the rug. So let's see how long it takes us to get this done. We're just going to concentrate on getting this perfect. 40 strips. How quick can we do it? And then this is where the haters are like, how come you can say you made thousands of rugs? Well, because I'm quicker at it, because I really sucked at it when I first started, but I didn't give up. And now I'm quick at it because I've done so many. That's how. So if I come in here and work a 12-hour day and I've got my Cricut going and I've got my embroidery machine going to make my reindeer ornaments and I'm sewing rugs, um, I can make a boatload of product in a day. Can you get close, please? Okay, you guys are coming over. Let's see. Sorry for moving the camera. Sorry, not sorry. But if you want close, this is how we do it. Okay, you're probably going to get my big fat head in here too. That's the best I can do. So I started making rugs with tears and actual curse words. See how I'm pushing up the inside and the outside will lay flat. You only need to do this pushing technique for the first few rounds until that fabric starts laying flat. Mm, I've got a little fold in it, but I think it'll be okay. Okay, you guys, you can see here, I missed a little piece of the edge. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. When I saw that I had missed this part of the edge, I was about here. I should have ripped that back. If I was new, I was going to rip that back, but I'm not new. So you guys, if you do that, rip it back. If I do that, I'm going to be able to squish that in and just fix that up later with a second little stitch on top of it. So don't do as I do as I say. Just because I've made thousands. When you've made thousands of rugs, you know what you can fix and what you cannot fix. Now you'll see here too that I'm sewing a little bit to the right. So I'm not sewing as much of this side of the fabric. I'm sewing more of this on the zigzag. And that way I'm catching this fold of the fabric underneath. Because the last thing I want to do when I flip this fabric over is see a whole bunch of this fold that hasn't been tacked down with the zigzag stitch. So just keep everything nice and flat. Everything is feeding in at the same time. The only thing that you were doing was giving a little pinch onto the inside of the fabric as we come around those first few corners, just a little bit of give. And then once you've got the first few where you don't need that little, well, it's basically a pucker of the fabric on those first few rounds. Like even this one, you'll see there's very little I'm giving it. I'm not giving it like the big pinch. Now I'm just giving it just a slight amount of give around these first few corners. And this will lessen. You won't need as much give on the next corner or the next round. And then pretty soon you won't need any at all. And this rug is going to be flat. I don't have any tension on this feeding in. I'm not pushing or pulling the fabric. Unless I'm on the very first few corners, I give that inside just a tiny little squish. Now we're at the tiny squish part. As long as your outside is laying flat, you know you're doing it right. This is like driving a car around the corner. You had to go slow to begin with, right? If I miss a comment, just keep repeating it because I'm just concentrating on sewing. But now, here's what's happened. So this is where I'm going to show you guys. So this I did on purpose. This you cannot fix. So now we're going to rip out from here to here. It will not ever lay flat. You will have an issue. This tiny little one at the beginning will lay flat. This one here, you need to just rip the thread out and start over. So you'll see stuff as you're going along. Nobody's perfect. I'm going to try to concentrate on watching like the fabric as it goes through, but I think it's important for you guys to see like screw ups because then you learn, right? Of like how you cannot do that and what is fixable and what is not fixable. So that's just like a big chunk of like you could stick your whole finger through it. You can't fix that. And I am using scissors when I could be using my um seam ripper, but I don't know where it is right now. So we'll just do it this way. It is pretty fabric, isn't it? It's blueberry parfait from Connecting Threads. Then I'm going to show you guys close up to how to restart the thread when you get going here. Because one thing I don't like is globby thread, right? I don't like it at the beginning of the rug. I don't like it anywhere. And I don't know, these people that say they, change the thread to match the rug. It's like, well, what happens when you change the fabric color? So it's kind of like if you're changing the thread all the time and then you're changing it to blue, well, what are you matching to this one? So what I prefer to do is just find a thread that will, kind of blend the whole jelly roll together and then go from there. So you can cut these little threads off later. You just want a nice clean place to start. So we'll leave the big long threads and take out all the little ones. All right, so here's how I start if I'm going to start my thread again. I change my machine and I put it back to a straight stitch. And then I reverse and I go right into the line that it should be at. And then I come forward and now I'm going to turn back to my zigzag stitch. And then that way you've got a tiny little straight stitch, not like globs and globs of zigzag. Okay. That was kind of a pain to clean up, so I don't want to do that again. Oh, yeah, of course I'm human. I mean, I literally started with tears and curse words. I started this business. I'm like, this is never going to work. This is way too hard. But you just stick with it. And if, write down what you want. Like, how bad do you want it? Do you want a sewing business? Do you want a crafting business? Do you want to just make stuff for your friends? Do you want to make it for yourself? Like, you can do anything you want with once you have the skills. I wanted a craft business. So I wanted to be able to work from home most of the time. And to be honest, I could work from home all of the time right now, but I do find I need out of the house just mentally a couple of days a week. And that's where I listen to like all my podcasts and my books and all kinds of stuff. Hello, Rita. Rita, we're giving away a tube maker today. So at the end of the video, out of all the members that are watching the video, we'll give you guys a number, and then you'll have to send me your address. Have to email me at homestitcherydecor@gmail.com, your address, so that I can send off if you win the tube maker at the end of the video here. So we're making a oval rug with the fabric from Connecting Threads. This one is called Blueberry Parfait. And Linda Miller was the winner of the big prize last week. I haven't heard from her yet, but I'm sure I will. She's been a member for a while. So I'm just going to keep shouting out her name because she might be watching here and not commenting. So, Linda Miller, if you're watching this video even after the fact, there's lots of ways to get a hold of me through my website. Leave a comment on a video, whatever. I read them all. And let me know you sent an email just in case it goes to my spam box or something, even though I'm watching my spam box like all the time. Um, I don't want to miss you. So we'll get that big package off to you. This should be good. And we just go round and round and round. You can see pretty much everything's flat at this point. We don't have to give anything a push or a little pucker or anything. Yeah, they are awesome, aren't they? I love those little tube makers. So we'll give one to a new home today. Oh, and here I've gone off the edge again. I'm just not watching. I was watching something on the side of my desk that I felt like I needed to move. Okay, I'm going to change the bobbin anyway because that's pretty well done. And let's put the camera back onto the other section here so you guys can see. We've got 18. What, oh, 8 or 31. Hi, guys. If you're not sure how to become a member, anywhere on your channel, there you should see a little dollar sign. You can join from there. The giveaways are for members only at this point. So if you want to join the channel, it's a couple of bucks a month and it goes towards prizes. And every Monday at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, whenever possible, because, I have a life, or, doctor's appointments or whatever has to happen. A couple weeks ago, it's because we had no internet. But whenever I possibly can, I'll be here live on Mondays at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time to do lives with you guys and give away prizes. Yay! Okay, so we're starting a new bobbin. So we're going to use the back straight stitch. We'll go backwards, forwards a couple of times here, and then change to the zigzag. So we get everything nice and pretty. Sometimes I come into my office here and I muck about and I don't actually work. And I'm trying to get into the habit of if I come to my studio to work, I am actually working. So I'm not scrolling the internet. I'm not looking for another project to do. I have something set up for me to immediately begin work on, and I just head down and focus. And only members. Yeah, only members. So if you're not a channel member, you can't win the prize. Wah wah. But we're hoping to just keep building the membership up so that we can give away bigger and bigger and bigger prizes. I want to be as big as Mr. Beast, but for crafters. I think it would be super fun. And can you imagine, like, if we could get that big? So tell all your friends to come join the channel. If we can get that big, can you imagine what we'll be able to like give away? Um, I don't know, like set somebody up with their business, like just I want to do crazy things. Like, could you imagine if we had so many members that um like I could afford to just be like, okay, here, person that's just starting out, here's how to start your business, here's all the supplies, here's all the tutorials, here's all the equipment, and it was paid for, and you go and have yourself a good life. Wouldn't that be freaking crazy cool? And I sewed off the edge again. I think I just get distracted when I'm on the internet. And right then I just got excited. But I'd love to be able to do that. And I can't do it because I'm not rich. But if we had enough channel members, we could do stuff like that. So we do the giveaways here, and then I'm sure I've told you guys about this before too, but I donate to Kiva, Kiva, which is an online lending platform for people from disadvantaged countries. So I lent out, and it's not a big amount of money, but you can lend it over and over. So at first I lent out $50, and then I paid the $10 like service fee for them to service the loan, and that loan got paid back. So then I lent it out again, and I just paid another service fee. So if I could do that like on a larger scale too, I'd be so happy. So basically, these the ones that I'm doing are like from Honduras, I believe it was, in Colombia, and there are people that have sewing businesses there as well. And then they get connected with Kiva, and they ask for the amount of money they need to help improve their business. And I think the first lady needed like $700, and I think the second lady is like $450. So it's like crowdfunding, but then they they pay the money back. Most of them pay the money back. I mean, I guess you could lose, but I don't know. I'll take a chance on it. And they come from countries where they don't even have like banking. So how would you even get a loan if you come from a country that doesn't even have banking? So anyway, something fun I'm able to do. And I hope I'll be able to like do that for years and years and years and make some small change in a bunch of people's lives. I've kind of always been like doing volunteer stuff. So just another way to help give back to the world that we live in. I love this color. Yeah, blueberry parfait. When I'm done the video, I'm going to put the discount code and the connecting threads link will be in the description if you want to get it. It was on sale last week, 40% off. And then with my code, you got another 15% off site wide. So, and it's really nice fabric to sew. Not all fabric is nice to sew, but this one is really quite lovely. The red and the green one that I did as well from Connecting Threads just recently, loved, loved, have loved. So, but I'm pretty sure this blue one is going to be a bestseller at the Christmas market, like just this color. So I'm going to have 4 oval 40 strip rugs, 4 round 40 strip rugs, 6 round 30 strip rugs, 6 round, or sorry, 6 oval 30 strip rugs. And then I'm going to have 4 each of 20 strip in round and oval. So, and then I'll, have stuff here if that sells out. Like between markets, I can make more. But I really want to go in heavy on my rugs this year. And with um, adding the round size to my repertoire, I think is going to help out with, sales and stuff too. So we'll see how that goes. So I basically had, I think it's 28 of this jelly roll in total, which is great because I don't like to sell out of everything. I want to have options. And so many times at the Christmas markets, people will buy doubles, especially in the 30 and 20-inch sizes, because they have like dual sinks in their bathrooms. Or they have a kitchen where they want one in front of the stove and one in front of the sink, and they want them to be matching and the same size. So I make sure to have lots of, um, uh, duplicates of the same color of rug. Because also, like I mentioned this before, right? Like I have the rugs and then I sell them on my website, and, photographing and doing the listings up on the website as well takes a lot of time. So if I can make duplicates of the same product, it just is easier for that part of the business, right? Okay, so doing this as fast as we can without making mistakes. Eesh. Okay, this one I rearranged the strips because this one is actually what I consider to be the perfect jelly roll. Um, well, is it perfect? It's perfect for the 40 strip and the 20 strip because there's um, there's 20 different colors and they put two of each color in the rug. And I really like that because when you do a 40 strip rug, you just lay out all 20 colors and then, pull them into a new arrangement, and then you just duplicate the process, right? So this first center color here is going to repeat in a minute. And for the 20 strip rugs, then of course you just pull 20 strips off of that. Now for the 30 strip rugs, it gets a little bit confusing because it's there's only 20 of each color. So I'll have to finesse that a little bit. Ideally, for me, ideally is a jelly roll that has 10 different colors that repeat 4 times. And then I can do my 20 strip rugs, my 30 strip rugs, and my 40 strip rugs, no problem. So when you open up the rolls, sometimes the colors are in perfect order and you don't have to do anything with them. But in this case, they were not in perfect order. And see, I looked up and then I sewed off the edge. They were not in what I would consider to be a perfect order because the colors, like, each color was like 2 in a row, right? So I would have 2 of these strips in a row. So I laid them all out and then I played with light and dark. And here's a really good recommendation for you guys. Never just alternate light, dark, because when you're sewing, you will end up with all the light on one side of the rug and all the dark on another side of the rug, and it kind of looks like bunk. So don't do that. So do like well, you can see how I'm doing it here, right? Like you just don't want light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. Put a couple of creams and then a darker blue or whatever you need to do. Just don't alternate one and one because it's just the way that they're sewn. They all end up um, with the color all on one end and the light stuff all on the other end. So we are coming up to halfway on the sewing the zigzag stitches here. Does anybody have any questions? And if you haven't joined the channel yet and you want to, now you should do it now because there might be a delay in your membership showing up by the end of the video. And you need to be a channel member in order to win the Jelly Roll or Clover fabric tube maker. At the end of this video, we're going to give it away to a channel member. Hello, or Gorser Livin'. Did we say that right? Probably not. But hi, and welcome to the channel. We're sewing a jelly roll rug today. We're using cotton fabric. There's 40 strips at 2.5 inches wide. We bought this in a pre-made package from Connecting Threads. It's called Blueberry Parfait. And after the video is done airing, I will put all the links in the video description and the first comment. You'll have to come back. I'm sorry about that. I didn't get it done before the video today. You'll have to come back in like 20 minutes after the video is done to get the link for the fabric plus my discount code for the fabric. I'm not selling it myself. It comes from a different company. But they have given me a discount code for my audience, so you can use that. Did I miss anything? Not really. We've been hanging out sewing a rug. This is officially 20 strips right now. So here is the center color is going to repeat right now. And then we've got 20 strips to go on this zigzag, and then we're done for the day. So if you've got any questions, let us know what the questions are. If you want to join the channel so you get in on the draw, it's $2 a month to join the channel. And then every Monday that I possibly can at 2 p.m., we do giveaways, and you need to be watching those lives to win and a paid channel member to win. And if you win, we just ship off your prize pack. Don't worry about spamming. We just don't have time for that here. Like yeah, I make way too many products to be spamming people with my stuff. Like, you just win a prize. Say no to spam. So this is now strip number 21 out of this rug. We've got 40 to go. Or 40 total, so 19 left. Well, this is 19, so I guess we could do a countdown. What? Countdown? Zigzagging away. The machine I'm using is a Quilt Ambition 635 from FAF. It is currently on sale. So like I said, I'll put all the links in the description and everything when I'm done the video for you guys. And yeah, it should be good. If you want any of the equipment, just go ahead and shop through the links. And you can do the exact same thing I do. You can set up your business the exact same way. I always say to people, I cannot make this for everybody. So please, by all means, you're not stealing. I'm telling you how to do it. We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. So this blue is strip 18. This new polka dot strip coming up will be strip 17 left. I don't think I could do that every time I did a rug because I'd just drive myself nuts, and then I'd be obsessed with counting down. And I think that would turn into like another layer of OCD or something. I'm not going to do it. So the setting I have for this zigzag is 7 and 6. And it's basically the widest zigzag that this machine will do. And I like a wide zigzag because it catches the fold of the fabric on the underside, so you're not flipping the rug over and finding out that you've got a whole bunch of like and when I say the fold, like this fold on the underside of here, you want to make sure you catch that. So I use a wide zigzag, and then I just sew a little bit more to the right to make sure I've caught that underneath. And you can see I'm not going like, gangbusters or whatever on this speed, just a nice, smooth, steady speed. If you start seeing skip stitches or something, slow down because some fabric is tackier and the needle doesn't go through as quickly. And if it's skipping the stitches, it just hasn't had enough time to like work through the fabric. So slow down and it'll be better. I'm also not pushing or pulling the fabric at this point at all. I mean, we did a little bit on those first few rounds where we had to like pinch that fabric or pleat it or whatever around the corners. But now that the rug is this size, we're just going at a nice, smooth, methodical pace and letting the machine feed the fabric in. The machine knows what to do. I just purchased a new machine and I'm playing with the link or with the width. Oh, that's fun. Has anyone tried to make boxy bags? Um, are those like the simple makeup bags that you see all over the internet? Like they've got a kind of a squared off corner and a zipper, like or squared off ends and a zipper at the top. Yeah, those ones. So here's what I'll tell you about that. Everybody's making them. Everybody's making them. So if you go to a craft market and you pick the easiest project that everybody else can make, now you have competition. So instead of having competition, if you've already got the skills, I would say try to pick something else to make. Like for me to add that on as another product right now, it might be okay because um like I have a mix and match product line, right? But if you go to a craft market and you see somebody making, tumblers, or you see somebody making soy candles, don't go and make the exact same soy candles unless you can one up their product like by 100 times with marketing, with pricing, with scents or whatever. Try not to compete when you're first entering in. Find something unique that you can do, because I bet you there's like 1,000 girls at least minimum on TikTok that are already making them. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's a bad idea once you have an established product line to add something in, or you make it so good that you just squash the competition. So, for instance, um, this is it's a little bit of a brag, but also it was a really good lesson for me. So I don't want you guys thinking like I'm all full of myself or something. So I went to my very first Christmas market that was like a big, decent sized Christmas market in this like affluent community. And there was a sewing company, like sewing ladies that were next to me, literally next to me. Like they like were, well, I guess they were across the aisle, but the aisle was only like 4.5 feet or something like that, right? And they had all kinds of things. They had tea towels, they had um, oven mitts, they had like all kinds of sewing stuff, bibs for babies and whatnot. Um, I okay, so here's what happened. Their stuff was all really old style fabric, and frankly, it smelled like cat pee and cigarettes. And they were furious because I sold all day long and they didn't sell a single thing. And did that make me happy that they didn't sell it? Of course not. I'm a human being. Like I want everybody to do well, right? But I also am like, okay, well, how did I did that because I used prettier fabric and I picked out different yeah, I had tea towels, but I didn't buy dollar store tea towels and do the same thing that everybody's done to dollar store tea towels for forever, which is like sew the top on it with a button or crochet the top on it. right? I didn't do that. I made really, really, really pretty things and then squashed them. And Rita is saying sometimes it's hard for me to see straight sometimes, so the serpentine stitch is easy on the eyes. I understand what you're saying. And I do like the look of that serpentine stitch on these rugs as well. But I don't like the idea of having to tack down things after the fact if the zigzag misses. So I like to do the sewing on the edge. And I've done it enough times now that my stuff is pretty consistent on the edging and therefore, I can do it pretty quick as well. I think the serpentine stitch might actually, my nose is itchy, sorry guys, like take a little bit more time. But yeah, that was a really good lesson for me to go to that market and be next to somebody that was like, okay, they're clearly selling um, like a subpar project. Oh my gosh, somebody's supposed to be here at 4 o'clock. Okay, it's 3:57. We need to do the draw because somebody's supposed to be at my home here at 4 o'clock or a few minutes after 4 to pick something up. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strips left, but I have to cut it off because this person's going to be here and I can't be late for that. Sorry, guys. So that is how you do the oval rug. I'm sure you all get it. Okay, so let's pick numbers like super duper quick here, you guys. Um, okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around just so you guys can see me now. Hello. And yeah, sometimes we have to end our work because we got other things going on. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys numbers and then we'll pull up the spin to win wheel. Okay, so if you are a paid member, we'll see your icon on there. So we've got Rita, you're number 1. Who else have we got here that's still on, you guys? Say your name so I can give you a number here right away. We've got Ray Ray, you're going to be number 2. And we got a Lewis, you're number 3. Lewis, 2, 3. Okay, we've got Melna, Melyna. You're number 4. Say your name on here, you guys, so we can do this super quick. And I'll pull up the remind me later. The spin to win wheel here while we're doing this as well. Oh, Linda. Yeah, Linda, you're going to be number 5. Linda, number 5. I don't want to miss anybody. Teresa, you're number 6. Number 6. Spin to win. Random number picker. Was it this one? Yeah, I think we've got everybody here. Random number picker wheel. Oh, here it is. 1 to 100, right? 1 to 100. I think this is the one that we used last week. Let's see. It should come up. Got a new member. Yay. Frida. Frida, you're here. Welcome, Frida. I think you're new. You're number 7. Did I miss anybody? Let me know if I missed anybody. I think we're going to do 1 through 7 here. Edit wheel. I got to find one that doesn't like spin around here with all this silly stuff. Edit wheel. 1 through 7. Does that work? Oh, yeah. 1. This is just a test to see if it works. Okay, hang on. No, it didn't work. It just said all you win. That's not possible. Hang on. We'll get it. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Okay, settings. Close. New wheel. Oh, we could enter names. Let's try that. Rita. That's fun. Who did I miss? I don't think I missed anybody. Okay, you guys, look what we did. We put can you see all your names are on here? So that'll be fun. Okay, we're gonna spin, and then whoever's name it lands on is gonna be the winner. Wheel is spinning. Chelsea, you're the winner. Good golly, girl. Finally won some. Okay, so send me your address. You know how to do that, right? Homestitcherydecor@gmail.com. Yay! Oh my God, you won the fabric tube maker. So send me your address, please. And if you get confused, there's lots of places you can reach me. I know you won that. So yeah, email me homestitcherydecor@gmail.com, and I'm going to send you off the fabric tube maker. And we're going to be back live again next Monday at 2 p.m. Doing fun things. And if I can do more during the week, like, it's been crazy with the mother-in-law and stuff like that. But you know what? Our garage is almost cleaned out and things are better. So I'm excited now for like life and camping and all the fun things we're going to do this year. So congrats. And thank you for joining Frida. That's Frida's first day here. Frida's first day on the Home Stitchery Decor channel. And so if you like nerdy sewing people that want to be as big as Mr. Big and like give things back to the community and have a good time every Monday at 2 p.m., then this is the place to be. So, okay, you guys, I'm going to sign off because this lady is supposed to come and get those linen curtains from me. And I will have to finish my rug later. But I thank you guys all for being here. I don't know what else to tell you. Cinnamon's sound asleep under the couch or under the sewing table here again. And we're just going to have steak for dinner and barbecue and play with my lawn for a week. And we'll see you next Monday. Okay, bye guys. Have a great day. Thanks for being here. Awesome time. Bye bye.